You can't check anything on social media without coming across millions of pictures of adorable animals. When you see that corgi make those puppy eyes at the camera, you cannot help but wonder, hey, maybe I should get a pet too. And there is no doubt that owning a pet can bring you happiness, love, loyalty, and be quite rewarding. Well, as of 2018, about 18 million households in India had pets. Now that number has continued to grow with the pet craze snowballing. The loneliness brought on by the quarantine from the COVID-19 pandemic meant that more and more pets were necessary. But hold on, a decision like that is a big deal. So do not impulse buy when it comes to a furry, fuzzy, flighty or fishy friend. It's a serious commitment and a pet can live for more than a decade. The price tag attached to caring for an animal responsibly must not be treated in a lackadaisical fashion. It's a potentially new member of your family. That means your household expenditure will increase after bringing in a pet. Today, we help you understand what financial planning you can do for adopting your new best friend. Well, as a new member of your family, it is important to provide a worthy life for the animal that you are bringing into your house. In order to do that, you have to keep in mind what expenses have to be taken into consideration. Because if you do not consider those expenses, you may be forced to return your pet, which can be equally heart-wrenching. These expenses include food, daycare, vaccinations, vet bills, and medications whose costs can be substantial. Now, before you start adopting a pet, do your research and find out what it is like. This means talking to friends or acquaintances who have had pets to understand the routines and experiences. You can also volunteer at animal shelters to find out what it is like to care for a pet. Now keep in mind that even trying to purchase a pet can be expensive, be it a pet store or a breeder. If you can get it for free, know that there is an ongoing cost of caring for it. Pet food can also be expensive, especially if you want quality food. Be it dog kibble, cat food or fish flakes, pet food costs money and it may not come cheap. There are also leashes, toys, pet beds, trips to pet-friendly cafes, obedience training, sessions, excursions, hydrotherapy, and a lot more. And all the while, keep in mind, the bigger the animal, the more expensive its nurturing is. If you want to be a responsible pet owner, you should also know that animals come with health problems, just like human beings. You'd have to accept the financial consequences of any unforeseen injuries or illnesses. Beyond that, there is also grooming of the animal. If it's an animal like a dog, rethink travel plans because airlines and hotels will charge money for accommodating your pet. Furthermore, assuming you have a physical workplace and you are not remote working, you may also have to have pet sitting, since most pets cannot be left alone for long. Technology and innovation have made safety more possible for pets, and that is a good investment as a pet owner, be it embedded name tags or microchips. Pet insurance is also important to take care of your pet in order to cope with medical costs or any other liabilities. These include medical exams or behavioral treatment, or if your pet needs special care. Now, another important thing to keep in mind while going about getting a pet is setting up an emergency fund reserved for your new family member. Your insurance plans would undoubtedly have deductibles, so always keep funds available. Even before officially getting a pet, you can start a separate account for unforeseen circumstances, for pet expenses, and put money in it every month. Let us be honest, getting a pet can bring you unbridled joy, but your new best friend should not compromise your financial stability. If you are going ahead with this life-altering decision, Plan smartly and get a pet with realistic expectations of what the financial implications may be. This is a commitment for the long run, and yes, you will have another being who will love you unconditionally. So keep in mind what needs to be done. Think ahead, and getting a pet will be awesome.